Recording in progress.
Welcome everyone to our County Commission meeting for Weber County. Today is April 29th. I'm Commissioner Sharon Bolos. I'm here with Commissioner Jim Harvey and Commissioner Gage Froer. We have quite a crowd, which means there's something exciting happening. So thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll have our Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Stan Bernice, and then our invocation will be given by Sean Wilkinson.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father in heaven, we thank Thee for this opportunity this morning to be here. We thank Thee for the beauty that surrounds us in Weber County. We're grateful for all those who do so much to make this a wonderful place to live and who provide service and look out for others. We pray that we may each strive to do that and to make those around us better as we serve and as we help. We pray that Thou wilt bless the leaders of our county, of our state, and our nation. We pray for those who are suffering through difficulties and trials here and throughout the world. We know there are many things going on, and pray that we can reach out where we can. And we thank Thee again for all that Thou hast given us. We pray that we may receive the rain that we need this spring. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you both. I appreciate that. Item D on our agenda is commissioner comments. Commissioners, anything, or want to wait until later in the agenda?
I'll wait till later in the agenda. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll do the same. I have
Okay.
plenty to say after the
Okay,
during the presentations.
great. Okay, item E is agenda-related public comments. Comments will be taken from the audience on any items listed on the agenda. We ask that if anyone would like to speak, you come forward. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to anything on the agenda? Anyone online? No one online? Okay, seeing none. We will move to item F, State of the County presentations. The first one is a special award, which I think has brought many of you here today. The Crystal Bowl Awards that are given by the county. These quartz crystal bowls have the ability to amplify and produce a pure and powerful sound that resonates for a long period of time. It is comparable to the generous people in our community that volunteer their time and resources. Their actions resonate throughout the community of Weber County. And I think this is when we have a demonstration of the crystal bowl. Is that right, Shelley? I want to show you how the crystal bowl works, and so you can recognize how special this award is. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, we have a short video that will present our recipients of the Crystal Bowl Awards this year. So we'll go ahead and play that video.
Every year, Weber County presents the Crystal Bowl Award to an employee, a business, an individual, and a veteran who have made meaningful impacts in our community. Please join us in congratulating this year's recipients. Jamie Pitt is a dedicated victim coordinator supervisor with 15 and a half years at the Weber County Attorney's Office. She has guided hundreds of victims through the complexities of the criminal justice system, including extensive experience in over 100 homicide cases. Jamie is deeply committed to seeking justice and supporting those impacted by crime. Seeger Memorial Clinic is a nonprofit dedicated to providing free medical, dental, vision, and mental health care to underserved populations in northern Utah. Its mission is rooted in dignity for every patient by striving to ensure that they receive the care they need without judgment or financial barriers. Luis Lopez is a seasoned educator, public servant, and builder with over 20 years of experience. He has served in leadership roles at Weber State University, Ogden School District, and Ogden City Council. Luis is also the founder of Latinos United Promoting Education and Civil Engagement, which leads civil and educational initiatives throughout northern Utah. Carl Boyington has served 26 years in the United States Army Field Artillery. He joined the Utah National Guard in 1956 and retired in 1982 with the rank of Major. Before retiring in Salt Lake City, Utah, Carl was the Battalion S3 Training and Operations Officer for the 140th Target Acquisition Battalion. Thank you, Carl, for your service. Congratulations to this year's recipients.
Thank you for that video, Jessica. And we'll take a few minutes now to present each one of these awards. The first one, the Outstanding Employee, Jamie Pitt, for her work with victims. In my opinion, Jamie has a really tough job, and it takes a special person to do it, and I appreciate all that you do, Jamie. You've touched a lot of lives, and you do very meaningful work, so thank you for your service to the county. Anything to add?
Well, I think we just say that she's a great example of what we see here in Weber County, and I couldn't say anything more in terms of your dedication and what you do for the citizens in this county. Thank you very much.
I would, Jamie, victim advocate. When something happens really bad to somebody, Jamie's often the first one that gets there, but she just doesn't show up. I think her heart gets there first, and she shows love as soon as she walks through the door and provides a little bit of a soft place after a really hard thing. So Jamie, you're an incredible person. You have a great ability, natural ability to care, and I really recognize and appreciate that for you. And this is a lot of the reason you've gotten this award today. Appreciate you.
Jamie, do you want to say anything?
Thank you. I'm very honored to receive this award. I have been with the county for almost 16 years, and I love what I do. I work with an amazing team of women who support each other and keep us going, and I absolutely love what I do. I love helping people on the worst day of their life, and I'm good at it, and I try really hard every day to do better, and so I'm really grateful to be honored today. So thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. We'll come down and present you with this award.
Smile on 3, 1, 2, 3.
The next one is our Outstanding Veteran, Carl Boyington. Gage?
Carl, come on up. So, just to go on the record, Carl and I go a long ways back, and it's probably not fair just to say outstanding veteran. It could be outstanding educator, it could be outstanding granddad, dad, family member, friend. I mean, the list could go on. Carl obviously served our country and was a great veteran, but he did a lot here in Weber County for our public schools as principal of Bonneville High. And actually, he served as my boss when I did some work for Weber County School District, and we can give him thanks for a number of the kids that are now going to school in new schools in Weber County. We can thank Carl for his efforts back that saved this county a lot of money. His family, his friends, and basically everybody he touches comes out better because what Carl does and for his friendship. Carl, congratulations, very well deserved. We probably could go on for hours as far as what accolades you deserve, but you've been a great advocate for this community, for schools, and really for what we should all endeavor to be, which is better people. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
Commissioner Harvey?
Look at this central Utah boy here in Weber County, growing up. This award is given because outstanding veteran. Service to God, service to country. What a privilege to have known you my whole life. And that service, for me, was recognized more as the quality of man you are, the quality of father you are, the quality of husband you are. It also goes without saying that, behind every great man is a greater woman. And you certainly have that. You have outstanding kids, grandkids, but you're a great man, a great patriarch, a great man of faith and example. Carl, thank you for how you've touched my life, but not just as a little boy, but as a grown man, but also as a one who did so much good for everybody in this room and for our country, for our freedom. We appreciate you very much. Thank you, Carl.
Carl, thank you for your service to our community in so many ways.
Thank you.
I apologize. You're up.
I want you to know that I'm really overwhelmed at receiving this award. I'm not used to receiving awards. I'm used to giving them. And I want you to know that my career has touched many lives with these two gentlemen here have been a great part of the things that I've been involved in and the community and helping in the school district, and especially my focus has always been on students and the betterment for them, provide what we can to make this a great community that it is, and also recognize you for your service. People don't realize that it's a job and you get paid for it, but somebody has to step up and want to do those things. And until you've been in a public position like you're in, and realize that every time you make a decision, you know that you picked up some baggage over here of people that don't like you. And you do some great things, but you people do great work, appreciate your service, and appreciate this honor. All the time that I was serving in the National Guard, my wife was left home with the kids, and many days and many nights, and so she's been the stalwart of my life and kind of promoted me and moved me along, and I've appreciated her, and I've appreciated my family and their support. They've all been great to help out and do whatever they could to make it great. But thanks for your examples, and thanks for this honor. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
right, smile on three. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, next up, our outstanding community member, Luis Lopez.
Madam Chair, I just need to take a couple minutes.
Please.
And talk about this great individual we're about to give an award for. Luis, again, comes from another country, and if you know about his family history, it's really an amazing story with him and his family that came into Utah, came to the United States, and have brought to this country really so much good and improved our community. We're very fortunate to have Luis, his family, his history come into this county of ours, come into this city. He served on the city council. He's been in public education at the university, and he continues to serve this community. He has a great business along with his brothers and family that I think we all enjoy. You can't say enough about this individual without talking about his integrity, his love for his family, his love for this community. And Luis, I just want to say thank you for being here. And I'd like, if you wouldn't mind, to have the family stand up, because for those that haven't known about his family history, we need to talk about it. You need to investigate it. So if we could have the Lopez family stand up. Again, I've been fortunate to visit their hometown in Mexico, Guadalajara, with Luis and his brother David for a couple of times, and understand their history, understand where they come from. And I tell you, they bring to this community, because of that experience, nothing but betterment, nothing but education, nothing that we can't learn from their example. We can all take that home and hopefully have that as an education. Luis, congratulations. Appreciate you being here this morning.
Thank you.
I remember the first time meeting you up in Ogden City when you were serving there as a council person. What great passion you've exhibited at the time, and then through all these years you've always treated people that I've seen you associate with care and compassion. You've been individual in your thoughts, standing up for what you believed in, which I appreciate your integrity, Luis. And also the one thing that strikes me, because I've not seen it on it, any man who names his hat the Muy Guapo, that is a good-looking hat, Luis.
Thank you.
A great-looking hat. So congratulations, and well-deserved on this honor. Thank you, Luis.
Thank you.
Luis, what a lot you've brought to our community. You've built a tremendous life for you and your family, and it's extended to your community. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioners, for this beautiful honor. I have a few remarks here that I prepared. I am truly humbled to receive this award. Again, something I wasn't expecting, to be honest. Usually more comfortable shining the light on others than having the light shine on me. I accept this award on behalf of the many people that I've had the privilege of working alongside, like my family, my friends, my mentors, my colleagues, and most importantly, the community members who remind me every day why we do what we do. There's a saying I've always held close, which is, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Everything I've been a part of from my work as an educator, community advocate, elected official, has only been possible because of the collective effort. I came here from Mexico when I was 19, and I've now been living here for 28 years. And every time I visit my native land for a vacation, I can't wait to come back home. I praise God for allowing me and my family to live in this beautiful place, and for making me a cowboy. This award isn't a finish line, but a reminder to keep going. There's still work to do, and I am more committed than ever to listening, serving, and building together. Thank you again for this recognition. It means more than I can express, and it belongs to all of us who believe in the power of community. Thank you.
Okay, smile on three. 1, 2, 3.
David, ven por favor.
Alright, smile on three. 1, 2, 3.
No, we should probably get the mayor.
Mayor, please, yes. And come on, and Cindy, please. Come on.
We're honored to have the mayor of Ogden City, Ben Nadolski, with us.
Please, come on.
Alright, smile on three. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, last up, we have our outstanding business, which is awarded to Seeger Memorial Clinic. When I first came into office, one of my assignments that I was given was to be a representative on and the chair of the local homeless council. It's a group of numerous providers who help those who are less fortunate in our community. And I went on tours of each business, each nonprofit organization to try to understand what they did. And Jerica was the first one who invited me out, which is not why she's getting this award, but I'm just making that statement. I was blown away by the service that's given, almost entirely by volunteers, by the Seeger Memorial Clinic, and helps those who don't have access to medical and dental care. So the work they're doing is so fantastic, and I think you were just starting to maybe look for a new place at the time we did the tour. I can't remember, but it's been over 2 years, and they're working on a transition to go from their location down on Wall Avenue to a location just up the street that's a lot bigger and can serve a lot more individuals. So just great work, and you can talk about that a little bit at the end, but I just appreciate all that you do in that organization to serve that community.
I appreciate Jerica. When I first met you, I just thought how unbelievable that we would have this kind of talent in our town of Ogden. You are absolutely great at your craft, and you're great at caring. You're a wonderful person, and our area is very lucky to have you and the Seeger Clinic. Thank you so much for, we could go a lot of places, but we're glad you decided to stay here. Thank you.
And I could say, only a couple people in this room probably remember Dr. Seeger. I'm one of those. He'd be very proud to know that you've carried on what he started with, really an outreach to the community that was underserved. And your ability to take his vision and carry that on in today's world is just amazing. Very much, very well deserved for this award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jerica?
Thank you. It's such an honor to receive this award. We're very grateful and just delighted to be part of this community. The Seeger Clinic started in 1988, and it's a wonderful safety net for those who are struggling to access or afford the traditional healthcare system. We're proud that we can provide free medical, dental, vision, mental health, and pharmacy services for those who don't have insurance or are underinsured. We're also grateful to be a wonderful place for the medical community to give back, share their expertise, and serve others in a really meaningful way. Recently, we had a patient who was experiencing homelessness here in Ogden come into the clinic, and she had a condition where she needed to receive medications and stay hydrated, and our pharmacist came out and gave the medication to her and shared the story that she said, hey, you need to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated as much as possible, this will help you. And the patient turned to her and said, I can't do that, I struggle to find a bathroom that I can access. And we were able to share that there was a restroom facility at the Ogden Rescue Mission that she could access at any point and kind of help her navigate that situation. And I think it brings to light how the Seeger Clinic is really helping these patients address barriers, financial barriers, other barriers, transportation, that make it difficult to improve their health. And I'm very honored to be part of this work. Thank you.
Thank you. I have one more story to share that I wasn't going to, but when I was doing that tour with Jerica, I remembered back in 1994 when we were visiting from out of state where my husband was going to school, and I had a 6-month-old baby who was really sick. And our insurance in Oklahoma was student insurance that was not accepted by any providers here, and I couldn't take her to a regular doctor. And I had a brother who was in medical school at the time, and he knew about the Seeger Clinic. And we took her there to get diagnosed and get some medication, and I didn't even make the connection until I went downstairs into the basement. I thought, I have been here. And I remembered that, and what a blessing it was for our family to be able to get care, even though our insurance, was back home in Oklahoma. So I experienced that and benefited from that, and I will always remember that experience with my daughter. So thank you so much.
Alright, smile on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Do we have all 4 of our recipients still here? That we could get a photo with all 4 of you?
Yeah, they're all here. They're all
Okay,
here.
let's get one more.
I don't know. Okay. It's up to you. Can't hear. You can't hear.
smile on three. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you to all those who came to support. Appreciate Mayor Nadolski coming and supporting, and all the rest of you who came to support those recipients. It's a great honor for us to honor them. Okay, next up, the fun and games. County Clash video. For those of you who are familiar with our traditional state of the county, we went a little different direction this year. In the past, we've had each department and office highlight some of the things that they accomplished during the year, and we decided to shake it up a little bit this year and make a little fun out of it. So some of you may have attended the game show that we had a couple of weeks ago. It was a lot of fun, and we learned a lot about the departments and offices in our county. So Jessica was able to take that footage and whittle it down to a fantastic presentation. We'll hopefully share some of the highlights and things that we learned about our county. So we'll go ahead and watch the County Clash video. We are your fabulous game show hosts for County Clash.
We brought together 2 representatives from county offices and departments. Our teams are hydrated, trained, prepped, and ready to go. Good luck to them all.
Now, Jason Horn here from the Clerk Auditor's Office will help decide which team advances.
For every round, 2 teams will compete against each other. There are 3 questions per round, except for the final round where there will be 5 questions. Participants can press the buzzer as soon as they think they know the answer. If someone guesses an incorrect answer, the other team will get a chance to answer correctly. They will also get the advantage of hearing the remainder of the question. The team that wins the round advances to the next level. All right, let's get to know our teams here. From the Ogden Eccles Conference Center and Golden Spike Event Center, we have Banquets and Moods with Cassie and Duncan. From Engineering and Roads, we have Bald is Beautiful with Gary and Joe. From Human Resource, we have Workforce Warriors with Candace and Ryan. From Weaver Human Services, we tried, with Shelly and Jordan. From the Animal Shelter and Economic Development, we have Barkonomics with Bailey and Ashlyn.
All right. And from our own Weber Morgan Health Department, we have Health Champions with Amy and Katie. And from the Sheriff's Office, we have the Jailbreakers with Riley and Cameron. From the Clerk Auditor's Office, we have Salty and Pepper with Joe and Jared. And from our own library, we have the Navigators with Dirk and Deborah. And last on my list was from the Attorney's Office, we have Dispensing Justice with Tricia and the famous Cortland.
Now let's give it up for the Recorder and Surveyor Office. We have Property Watch with Bridger and Nicole. From the Weber Public Defender Group, we have Not Guilty with Catherine and Mike. From the Treasurer's Office, we have the Treasury Titans with Linda and Christy. Parks and Recreation, we have Flatville with Todd and Brad. From our Assessor's Office, we have the Assessing Angels. Tamara and Corinne. From the Transfer Station and Property Manager, we have Trash Talkers with Kevin and Wendy.
Before we get started, we asked the teams to come up with their own team names.
And we have some really creative employees. The team with the best name and the winner of 2 B-Dubs gift cards is...
Barkonomics! Let's have our first contestants up. We will start with Banquets and Boots versus Bald is Beautiful. What is Weber County's branding hashtag? Bald is Beautiful.
Hashtag winning in Weber.
Great job! Hashtag winning in Weber. Okay, are we ready for the next question? True or false?
True.
The question goes to Bald and Beautiful. The assessor's office sets tax rates.
False.
Correct. It is false. Our last question is a photo question. What is happening in this photo?
Bald is beautiful. The library using the free computers.
Which library?
That is the Southwest branch.
Great job. The answer is correct.
Bald is Beautiful with the advancing.
All right, for round 2, welcome. Horse Warriors versus Barkonomics. Come on down. The question is this: what percentage of more than 1,200 children who were discharged over the past years?
Barkonomics.
75%.
That's correct. She didn't answer the question. All right, next question. This is a true or false. Passport application forms are available.
True.
Okay, just a reminder. Don't start speaking until Mr. Horn over here or Mr. Music calls on you, or you will be disqualified. All right, last question. Keep in mind the rules. Wait until it's read. This is also a photo question. What name of this exhibit at the Weber County? What is the name?
Workforce Warriors.
World on the Move.
World on the Move's correct.
Workforce Warriors, you guys win that bracket.
Next up, we have We Tried and versus the Health Champions. Give them a round of applause. Let's go. What is the name of a local business? Excuse me. What is the name of the local business that is partnering with Weber County?
Health Champions, you buzzed first.
Quinergy. Unergy. Quinergy.
Quinergy is correct. What is the, and just to finish, what is the name of the local businesses that's partnering with Weber County Economic Development to convert methane out of a closed landfill into renewable energy? Quinergy is correct. Where was this?
We Tried.
Weber County Fair.
The answer is correct. Where was this photo taken? The Weber County Fair. What office calculates the fair market value of every prop?
We Tried. What is your answer?
The assessor's office.
That is
Is it correct?
correct.
All right, next up we have Jailbreakers and Salty and Pepper.
Okay, here we go. Hands to your sides. First question, true or false, Weber County residents can sign up to receive their tax...
Jailbreakers, you buzzed first.
True.
their tax notices by email by visiting the treasurer's office webpage? The answer is true.
Next question.
Which Weber County entity has the credo prevent, promote, and...
Salty and Pepper, what is your response? No consulting.
No, they said I could. They said I.
3.
He's older.
2.
I'm faster. So, no, it's not.
Okay, let me finish the question for the jailbreakers. Which Weber County entity has the credo prevent, promote, and protect on one of its vehicles?
The Weber Morgan Health Department.
That is correct. What is happening in this photo?
That's the Salty and Pepper.
Thank you.
Helping you guys out a little bit here.
That is the groundbreaking for the Children's Justice Center.
It was consoling, but you guys won anyway. Way to go, jailbreakers! Jailbreakers and bad.
All right, tough competition. Let's go with round 5. It'll be the Navigator versus Dispensing Justice. What is the name of the new mass notification system?
Dispensing Justice.
Everbridge.
Let me finish the name of the new mass notification system to keep you safe in the event of emergency. It was Everbridge, correct. All right, this might be a tough one. What ski resort in Weber County?
Dispensing Justice.
Powder Mountain.
That is correct, sir.
Correct. What ski resort in Weber County is the largest ski resort in acreage in North America? Last question this round. What is happening in this photo?
Navigators.
Ogden
That
Eccles
is correct.
renovation is correct. Do we have a winner?
Dispensing Justice is the winner.
All right, congratulations.
Our next round, we have Property Watch versus Not Guilty. What public event did Human Resources host?
Property Watch, your answer?
The Weber County Career Expo.
That's correct.
That's correct. Human Resources hosted the first time in 2024 the Weber County Career Expo. Thank you very much. Good job. Next question. About how many people visited Weber County Library?
Property Watch, what is your response?
1 million.
About 1 million.
That is correct. Not guilty.
That's how
in that
many
round.
people, by the way, that's how many people have visited our Weber County libraries in 2024.
Okay, next up we have Treasury Titans versus Flatville. What is the name of the department or office that records, stores, and retrieves land documents?
Bradley Cragen from Flat Bill.
That would be the surveyor's office. Oh, recorder's office, excuse me.
Let me finish the question.
Sorry.
Retrieves land documents. This is for our Treasury Titans.
Receives land documents for the public record.
Go ahead. Recorder's office.
Correct. That is correct. Recorder's office. Nice draw. Okay, next question. Listen closely.
Weber County was the second in the state to create the first full-time public defender office that is county-based.
Todd Ferrario.
The answer
That is
is
correct.
false. They were first in the state. I said, listen closely.
Well, don't we get a chance to answer that one?
Oh, you do get a chance to answer that one, Treasury Titans.
Correct. It's false. Question 3 is a photo. What event at the sheriff's office is this photo taken at?
Treasury Titans.
Shop, it's not Shop with the Cops. Shop with,
Shop with Santa.
Flatville, Bradley Cragen.
Shop with the Hero.
Correct.
That is correct.
That is correct.
The team that advances is Treasury Titans. Thank you.
Now we've got Assessing Angels versus the Trash Talkers. Come on up. Question, how many animals were adopted at the Weber County Animal Shelter?
1,186.
Correct answer is 1,186. All right. Ready for the next question. What does RAMP stand for?
Assessing Angels.
Recreation, Arts, Museum, and Parks.
That is correct.
You ghosted me. You ghosted me.
All right, last question. Get ready for a photo on the screen. What is happening in this photo?
Assessing Angels.
Okay. John Bond's retirement party.
That is correct.
That's correct. Great job.
Next up, we have the second part of County Clash, where we will have the winners from the past rounds competing against each other. Who would those people be, Jason?
So it looks like we've got Bald is Beautiful, Workforce Warriors. We've got We Tried against Jailbreakers. We've got Dispensing Justice against Property Watch, and Treasury Titans versus Assessing Angels.
So next round, let's have Bald is Beautiful and Workforce Warriors. You're up.
True or false? In 2024, the Weber County Assessor's Office valued over 109.
Bald is Beautiful, your response?
True.
The answer is true.
They valued over 109,000 parcels, including improved and vacant land, 3,000 mobile homes, and 12,500 business and personal property accounts. Next question is a photo question. What is the name of this street that was...
Workforce Warriors.
Historic 25th.
That is correct. Historic 25th Street was named the third best main street in the United States in 2024.
The score is tied. The question is a photo question.
Bald is Beautiful.
Don't show it. Oh! What is the answer, Mr. Hadley?
Divide Avalanche.
Nice try, but no.
Let me finish the question for Workforce Warriors. What is happening in this photo?
Transfer station skill. Like building of the skill.
Building construction. Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
We Tried versus Jailbreakers.
Okay, here we go again. How many new hires were there in 2024? Your options are 179, 384, or...
We Tried. What is your response? We got you.
384.
384 is the correct answer.
That is correct.
All right. All right, ready for the next one? This will be a photo question as well. Tell us what's happening in this photo you're about to see.
Jailbreakers.
The North Ogden Divide with an avalanche.
North Ogden Divide is correct. We can thank Joe and his team for that. How many birth certificates, not including copies of the same record, were issued in Weber County in 2024? Your options are, you want to hear the options?
Hands down to your side, please.
Your options are 6,190, 7,190, or 8,190.
We Tried. What's your answer?
8,190.
We have a winner.
That's correct. Dispensing Justice and Property Watch, get down here.
What office has the mission statement of...
Cortland, Dispensing Justice, what's your answer?
County Attorney's Office.
You got to read the whole thing.
What office has the mission statement of upholding the public's trust in the pursuit of justice and enforcement of the law? The attorney's office is correct. What office does this sound come from? Here we go. Ready?
Trisha Wadey from Dispensing Justice.
The county commissioner's office is correct. What department does this sound come from?
Richard from Roads Department.
The roads department is correct. Dispensing Justice, congratulations. Good job.
We have Treasury Titans and Assessing Angels. Let's hear. We're almost to the final four. Here we go.
What does GRAMA stand for?
Assessing Angels.
Government Record Access Management Act.
That is correct. Next question. How many years did Perry's Egyptian Theater
Assessing Angels.
100 years.
celebrate in 2024? That was 100 years old, the theater was. Final question is a photo question. What is the service that this office offers?
She hit the buzzer before he showed the picture.
It's the Weber County Clerk Auditor's Office where they do passports, marriage licenses, and elections.
Good job, you're dismissed.
Wow, great job.
Now we are down to our final four. We're entering the third part of County Clash, and the stakes have never been higher. So we will start with Workforce Warriors versus We Tried.
What program? At the Sheriff's Office in Club?
We tried. What is your answer?
The RISE.
What does that stand for?
Recovery in Support and Empowerment.
That is correct.
Correct.
This is the program at the Sheriff's Office in collaboration with Weber Human Services. That's a residential substance use treatment program designed to support men incarcerated at the Weber County Correctional Facility. Great job. Are the hands down to our sides? About how many miles of trail does...
We tried.
210.
210 miles of trail Weber County offers. Great job. We tried. Final question. How many subdivisions did the Recorder's Office record in 2024?
Workforce Warriors?
109.
109 is correct. We tried advances. Okay.
Okay, let's look at the rest of the final four here. Who do we have coming down, Mr.
Now
Horn?
we have Dispensing Justice and Assessing Angels.
Come on down. What is the leading cause of death in Weber County?
Cortland from Dispensing Justice.
Heart disease.
They got it. Okay, what office implemented the first online?
Cortland from Dispensing Justice.
The assessor's office.
Wow.
And that would be for filing business personal property in the state of Utah over 20 years ago. That would be the assessor's office. I believe they have that correct. Okay, next question. How many departments are there?
Assessing Angels.
36.
Are there in Weber County? The correct answer is 36. The Dispensing Justice one.
Who is your final We Tried? With a name like We Tried, I'm really impressed that you're in the final round, ladies. This round is the final round for County Clash. Let's hear it for our finalists, We Tried and Dispensing Justice. Let's play a little game off script. How many think that We Tried is going to be the winner? How many think Dispensing Justice is going to be the winner? We are in our final round. You will be asked 5 questions. This is a 5-question round, not 3. So the first team that answers 3 questions correctly will win. Question 1. How many libraries are there?
We tried.
5.
5 libraries in Weber County, correct. Next question. What is the name of the department or office that maintains and monitors survey
Cortland from Dispensing Justice.
The surveyor's office.
That is correct. The surveyor's office maintains and monitors survey monuments which control rights for all properties within Weber County. Is it tied? Okay. Question 3. What is the name of the microscopic parasite?
Cortland from Dispensing Justice.
Cryptosporidium.
Cryptosporidium is the name of the microscopic parasite that can spread quickly. You have to hear the whole question. In public swimming pools, when someone is ill and goes swimming, especially toddlers and infants who don't wear rubber pants over their diapers, and adults who don't shower. Ew. Okay, question 4. What percentage of isolated seniors?
94%.
Okay, let me finish the question before we try. We tried.
I'm sorry, she just said.
What percentage of isolated seniors reported having increased social support or improved capacity for independent living from Weber Human Services, which you are, Senior Companion Program in 2024? Your options are 90%, 92%, or 94%.
We tried.
What is 94%?
That is correct. Well, we are tied back up, ladies and gentlemen, and there's one final question. Hands to your sides. The pressure has never been greater. What are the 2 divisions in the Weber County?
Cortland from Dispensing Justice.
Rigged. Right?
The Civil Division and the Criminal Division.
The Civil Division and Criminal Division are the 2 divisions in the Weber County Attorney's Office. Ladies, you did try and you did fantastic. Thank you for playing. Our winners today are Dispensing Justice. Trisha and Cortland, great game. Congratulations. Thank you so much to everyone who participated. We want to thank Jessica Clark and Stacy Skeen and Jason Horn for their hard work. For making County Clash possible, and we also want to thank Ernie Gonzalez, Chris Crockett, and Property Management, and the Ogden Eccles Conference Center. Thank you for your help. Lastly, we want to thank the Imagination Company for recording County Clash.
Thanks for being here. We hope you all had fun. You learned a little bit, and you understand why we now are winning in Weber on a daily basis.
Hey, that concludes our day. Thanks for coming and participating. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Great. Thanks to all the departments and offices who indulged me in that little adventure, but especially Jessica, and I know you had help from a lot of people, but poor Jessica, every time she turned around, I was like, and maybe we could add this, and maybe we could add that. So thank you so much for your hard work on that. Item 3 is commission highlights, and because we didn't do a video with all the specifics, I just wanted to give each of the commissioners just a couple minutes to highlight some of the things that happened in your departments in 2024. Commissioner Harvey.
You know, in 2024, I can tell you that we had some changes with some senior staff. Todd Ferrario was put in Jennifer Graham's place. That was a big thing. They exceeded their goals in every department with regards to revenue created, especially as it relates to the Golden Spike and the Conference Center, which, as you know, is undergoing a massive renovation. They were still able to keep businesses there. I want you to know that the number of teams and plays that are going on under Brad's new direction, he was also put in that place, are going very well. The fields are in great shape, and they've remodeled the ballpark out there. They're in the process of putting in new sidewalks everywhere at the Golden Spike to eliminate trip hazards and things that would cause liability issues out at the fairgrounds. And I also, as it relates to the library, as you know, one of the questions, they had just over 1 million visitors there. They dropped in the amount of people that are new attendees to the library over the last several years. Even during COVID, the amount of people who visit our public libraries has been over 10% or double digits for the last many years. And I think it was down to 9-point-something% this last year. But there's still, libraries are growing. The Dewey Decimal System is no longer around. But maker spaces and personal attention, computers are are up. They do a fantastic job there, and I'm just really, really happy and pleased with the direction that our Culture, Parks, and Recreation and Library people have gone. We have great leaders who I trust. They do a phenomenal job, and they're just, I'm very, very proud of them. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Great. Commissioner Frower.
Thanks, Madam Chair. So I just want to give congrats out to my team and my portfolio. Starts with Sean Wilkinson and Community Development and County Operations. Community Developments, we've had a great year and continues with proposals where we looked at and now decided on a potential partner for the new Weber Center parking lot and the new Weber Center structure, which includes some major development in this block. And we're excited as that is progressing into 2025. And under Sean's leadership, obviously, we have various departments. We have planning with Rick Grover, planning and zoning. They've had a very busy year with 2 planning commissions. Continues to be kind of a hot spot for community involvement, and I appreciate Rick's and Charlie and that group's attitude as they deal with the public and those 2 planning commissions. Stan Bernice with obviously with inspection continues to grow, and we look forward to what happens next year as we shift a little bit from the east side of the county to the west side with building permits. Jason Horn, is Jason still here? We need to highlight him for purchasing. Obviously keeps us in line with state code, and anytime the county goes out for bids and any type of contracts we have with outside agencies. Gary Myers, our engineering head. Anybody that works with the county with planning, with development, talks to Gary at some point. And obviously, we couldn't go without saying congratulations to Joe Hadley with our roads department. Has done a fantastic job. Didn't have quite a busy year this year with snow, especially in the Upper Valley, but he continues to do really amazing things with his road department, keeping a huge amount of lane miles open, paved, and in good operations for the citizens. Transfer station, John Watson and Ron Brown deserve recognition. We actually showed a increase in reserves this year because of the operations, and we put in, as you well know, the 2 additional scales out there and are looking at changing some operations to make it a lot more convenient for members of the public and our commercial haulers with kind of a relocation of some existing buildings out there. Bryce Taylor and our property management continues to do a great job in making sure our buildings are up to date and saving the county a large amount by making sure our repair and maintenance is in good order rather than wait for it to go defunct and then spend more money. So Bryce does a great job. And obviously Stephanie Russell and Ashlyn with our economic development and government outreach. She continues to work with NUEA and continues to work with our community partners through GOEO and the state of Utah, making sure that Weber County, because of our huge asset in the inland port and what we see happening out west, continues to really be a driving factor in northern Utah and will continue to be that way over the next several years as we continue to see growth, housing, industry. Weber County really is in a great position to accommodate that growth. And last but not least, Jim Ritalik with the Weber Public Defenders. We are the first, as was the question, to put on a full-time public defenders. That continues to show success. That continues to receive accolades from the state of Utah. We're hoping that will continue. So I hope I didn't miss anybody, but that's county operations, community development, and obviously economic, Weber County economic. So, thanks, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Frower. A couple of updates from my portfolio. First of all, I'll talk about the animal shelter that came under the commission partway through the year last year, and it was new for me to navigate, but I have spent the last part of last year on into this year learning about the animal shelter and what happens out there, and I found out that we have some really phenomenal and dedicated and passionate employees, so they do a great job out there. In IT, we successfully moved to Office 365, which was no small task, and they also were able to implement the tax system fully. So that's been a big deal, and they've done great work there. In Human Resources, they held their first career fair in 2024. It was very well attended by the community, and for a first-time event, it was a really great turnout from our community so that people could find out what kind of jobs we have here in the county. There were job openings at the time, but it was also an opportunity for the community to just see what opportunities may be out there in the future. They also did a lot of policy reviews and have been working on that, looking at our HR policies and making suggested revisions to the commissioners so that we can have more tight policies in our HR department. In public relations, it was our first full year of having an in-house person in public relations, and we have benefited so greatly from this, not only in cost savings, but just in the immediate ability that we have to get messaging out for the county, and having someone just down the hall has been really an advantage to the county, and Jessica's a one-man department there, so we appreciate all that you do, but it's really been great to see how much better we can communicate our needs, and she's a support to all of the departments and offices in the county as needed, and we really appreciate her work there. So a lot of great things. Man, listening to you, commissioners, I'm really glad that we split this up because there is a lot going on. And we are really lucky to have a lot of great leaders in our county and the staff who work with them. So thank you. All right, that concludes item F, which is our State of the County report. So we will move to item G, consent items. Number 1, request for approval of purchase orders in the amount of $588,118.69. Number 2, request for approval of warrants 104,879 through 104,938 and 490,583 through 490,694 in the amount of $2,937,033.13. For a summary of warrants and purchase orders, Mr. Ricky Hatch.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We issued 16 purchase orders this week for $588,000. 41% of that amount, $239,000, is for our IT department that will go towards software licensing. 40%, or $237,000, is for the jail to purchase rooftop units, security control updates, and radios. We had 2 items at 7%, or about $40,000. One is Fleet Department for upfitting of sheriff's vehicles, and the second is for the Roads Department to purchase asphalt. We issued 172 checks this week for $2.9 million. 43% of that amount, or $1.3 million, was for 12th Street construction, and that's paid for by the transportation tax dollars. 11%, or $320,000, is for paramedic services. 8%, or $230,000, is Weber Human Services monthly contribution. And 7%, or $211,000, is for software licensing, as well as motor vehicle fees passed along to the state. The top 5 vendors for this week are Staker and Parsons companies for $1.3 million, Weber Human Services $230,000, Tyler Technologies $174,000, Ogden City Corporation $153,000, and Ogden Weber Convention and Visitors Bureau for $133,000.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Hatch?
None for me.
None from me.
I do have one comment for the commissioners. I don't know if you noticed this. We did have a budget request that was going through the comptroller's office for an additional $100,000 for some repairs at the jail. And then they came back and rescinded that and said that they were going to use $100,000 from another item for rooftop units. And then I saw the PO come through for the rooftop units, so I wasn't sure, and I don't know if you had the same question, but I wasn't sure if they were using the money for the rooftop units, if that would still be available for the additional repairs. But I was able to find out that the $100,000 that they were using for the other repairs was an additional budget item that was in their budget to expedite the rooftop units. So they are able to do both. It's just they had some extra money in there planned to expedite. So I don't know if you had that question, but it caught my eye, so I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you.
Item 4 is a request for approval of minutes for the meeting held on April 22nd, 2025. Item 5, request for approval of new business licenses. We're holding item 6, is that correct? Item 7, request from the Human Resource Department for approval of HR Policy 3-300, alcohol and drug screening, testing, and treatment. Item 8, request for approval of a contract by and between Weber County and eQuest for an online job posting platform. Item 9, request for approval of a contract by and between Weber County and Fort Buenaventura Mountain Men for events to be held at Fort Buenaventura. Item 10, request for approval of a contract by and between Weber County and Ogden Friends of Acoustic Music for the OFOM Annual Music Festival to be held at Fort Buenaventura. Item 11 will hold. Item 12, request from the Weber County Tax Review Committee for approval of a reimbursement in the amount of $3,821.83 for parcel 07-709-0022 due to county error. So if we're holding items 11 and 5, please take that into consideration for your motion.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion that we approve consent items 1 through and including 12, holding back items number 5 and number 11 as previously stated.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item H, action items. Number 1, request for approval of a ticketing services agreement by and between Weber County and eTix Inc. for Culture, Parks, and Recreation ticket sales. Mr. Marty Smith.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
This is a second reading. We described a process we went through last week. Would you like me to go through that process again?
No,
How we went through?
that's sufficient.
Okay. We did give our IT department a week to look at this, a little extra time, and they're comfortable with us moving forward. And as soon as we sign this contract, we'll start the implementation process, and IT will be on board to help us transition to a new ticketing system for our department.
I appreciate you allowing that to hold. That was my request, so thank you for doing that. Any questions for Mr. Smith?
None for me.
Not, then I'm ready for a motion.
Motion to approve the ticketing services agreement that has been described for the second reading has been presented by our Culture, Parks, and Recreation Director, Marty Smith.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank
Thank you. Number 2, request for approval of the final reading of an ordinance amending Section 42-4-8 of the Weber County Code of Ordinances regarding parking violation fine increases in areas near Pineview and Causey Reservoirs. Mr. Sean Wilkinson, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Commissioners, you heard this last week as the first reading. There is nothing that has changed in the ordinance. I'm happy to go through it again if you would like. Whatever you would like me to do.
Any questions for Mr. Wilkinson?
None for me. I'm happy to make a motion whenever you're
Please.
ready.
Go ahead.
I'd move that we approve ordinance 2025-08, amending section 42-4-8 of the Weber County Code of Ordinances regarding parking violations, fine increases in areas near Pineview and Causey Reservoirs as presented by Mr. Sean Wilkinson. And I'd probably note that I have not heard any negative regarding these increases.
Neither.
Only support. Only support. So it's easy for me to second that motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye?
Need a roll call?
Okay, I'll do that one too.
Oh, I don't have the ordinance number.
I'm sorry.
Need to state the ordinance number.
I'll
Sorry.
second ordinance if it's 2025-08. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, roll call vote for ordinance 2025-08. Commissioner Faur.
Aye.
Commissioner Harvey.
Aye.
Chair Bolos.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you.
Number 3, request for approval of a contract by and between Weber County and Carasoft Open Gov for building permit and inspection software. Mr. Stan Bernish.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Good morning, Stan.
We met a couple of weeks ago in a workshop meeting and presented this to you in regard to finally getting out of the dark ages and bringing a solution to us, which we've waited most patiently for, gone through grants, requests and such, and we all know that a lot has happened in our country. So right now we have before you a contract and scope of work documents for OpenGov through Carasoft, which is a state contractor. What I presented to you 2 weeks ago has actually come down thanks to communication with Scott Park and the vendor. We've been able to take off another $15,000 from that amount, bringing it down substantially, which when in our request of roughly $20,000 additional, looks like we're going to be able to keep this in budget and be within $500 to $1,000. So we're really in good shape there, and then our reoccurring costs aren't changing at all from the 3-year contract. Open for questions if you do have them, but we're excited and ready to finally implement and move this forward.
Great work on negotiating, and this is a long time coming. Will be much appreciated, I know.
And I appreciate Stan's work on, this has been something that's been in the mill for over a year now, as we.
Maybe 2.5.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
long wait. Wheels of
And-
government turn slow, especially when it comes to grants.
And I just appreciate Stan's ability to negotiate and really what this will do for the county and inspection department.
Huge
And
savings.
really be a huge step for Weber County in smoothing and our employees to make them more efficient and effective for members of this county.
And our
citizens
customers, the
developers.
customers, I think, are.
So, I'm happy to
initially,
make a
those
motion whenever
users-
you're ready.
Please.
Request approval, I would move approval of the contract by and between Weber County and Carcasoft OpenGov for building permit and inspection software as presented by Mr. Stan Bernice this morning.
Second with the comment. I appreciate your respect for this process, Mr. Benish, and the way you've dressed up and presented this and handled this, not just for today, but your respect for the people and the job. Thank you so much.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Item I, adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.